Hey, hello, how are you students? I hope everyone is safe and healthy and staying at home. This is your chemistry teacher from Life School Noshada campus. Are you all ready for week 3rd learning topic in lecture number 5? I know you all are. So let's begin. Our today's topic is air pollution. But before going on to learn what air pollution is, first we should learn what pollution is. So, pollution is the introduction of a substance into the environment which has harmful or poisonous effects. Any substance which is introduced into our beautiful environment and then it affects our environment negatively or it damages our environment is called as pollution. According to the definition of your book, it says that the excess discharge of any substance into environment. Excess discharge means the exposure of any substance into the environment which adversely affects the quality of the environment. Adversely affects means negatively affects. So which affects the quality of environment negatively. This means that it will damage to the humans, to plants and to animals. So that is known as pollution, right? But then pollution is divided into many types like air pollution, water pollution, soil or land pollution, noise pollution and so on. Here our topic is air pollution, which is one of the major type of the pollution. What is air pollution? Air pollution is a change of composition of air by the addition of harmful substances like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, oxides of sulfur, carbohydrates and particulate matter. So those substances like COX, NOx, SOx, hydrocarbons or other matter which bring changes in the composition of air. As we all know that the composition of air is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and except that there is a few percentage of carbon dioxide and other rare gases. So which bring changes in this composition, we call it air pollution, right? Here if you observe this X, here is another X. So these X means the variability of the oxygen molecule. If the oxygen is present in 1 ratio, so it will be known as nitric oxide or nitrogen monoxide, or if they are 2, we will say that this is nitrogen dioxide. Similarly, SOx means if X is 2, which is a major air pollutant, that is SO2, sulfur dioxide. CH are hydrocarbons or organic compounds. They are methane, propane and so on, the fuels used in jets, etc. And particulate matter is the solid and liquid mixture present in the air. Alright, so what causes the pollution? What do we call those substances which cause pollution? These substances are known as pollutants. So air pollutants. The question is what air pollutants are. So the substances that are responsible for causing air pollution are called as air pollutants. They may be of two types: biogenic, which are also known as natural, and anthropogenic, which are known as man-made or artificial. So the natural air pollutants are caused by or are given off by bushfires, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, etc. Whereas the anthropogenic are man-made. For example, the air pollutants coming out of, or the carbon dioxide, the carbon monoxide or sulfur dioxide coming out of the industries in the form of smoke. Smoke is particulate because it is a mixture of solid and liquid, right? Motor vehicles, smoke and the burning fossil fuels, they are anthropogenic because they are man-made. So the natural air pollutants are less in number, whereas the anthropogenic are more in number, which means that the natural are less responsible for air pollution, whereas anthropogenic sources, which we can control actually, they are more responsible for air pollution. So air pollutants are classified according to their formation, from which thing they are released. So primary air pollutants and secondary air pollutants. Primary air pollutants are those which are released directly into the air. For example, those substances which are released directly in the form of volcanic eruptions, in the form of burning fossil fuels, they just directly come into the atmosphere. Similarly, from industries, they come directly in the form of smoke. So those substances which comes directly in the form of smoke, or in the form of fume, or in the form of particulate matter, or in the form of gas, and interprets into the environment, intervene in the environment, intervene in their air, intervene our health, that are known as primary air pollutants. Whereas secondary air pollutants are formed from primary air pollutants. For example, we are having carbon dioxide as a primary air pollutant, right? When this carbon dioxide reacts with water vapors of the air, what happens? It will make H2CO3, which is known as carbonic acid, and then this carbonic acid is dangerous to the health, which is also known as acid rain. Similarly, sulfur dioxide reacts with, sulfur dioxide is a primary air pollutant. It will react with oxygen of this air, which will cause as sulfur trioxide, and then this sulfur trioxide will react with water, and as a result acid rain or sulfuric acid will be formed, which again makes or have a bad effect over our environment, right? So it was primary air pollutant and secondary air pollutant, and then you are having air pollutants another classification. According to this classification, what happens, that this classification is according to the state of matter. If the air pollutants are in the form of solid or liquid, or they are mixture of these, then we call it particulate. For example, dust storms, bushfires, or wild forest fires, smoke and pollen, etc. Whereas gaseous pollutants are COX, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, NOx, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen monoxide, VOX. What VOX are? These three are discussed already. We have discussed them. Whereas VOX are left. So VOX are volatile organic compounds. Volatile organic compounds means like carbon bonded with four hydrogens, which causes it to be methane gas, right? So those compounds which goes into the air in the form of fume, they are also gaseous compounds, volatile organic compounds. So they all are categorized into gaseous pollutants. So till now we learned what air pollution is, what pollution is, and what are different types of classification, that is natural or artificial, that is primary or secondary pollutants, and particulate or gaseous pollutants. I hope there is no misunderstanding now. What you have to do, you have to visit your Google Classroom, check what is given in the homework, and stay home, stay safe, and keep on smiling. Bye-bye.